day 10 and repairing some little holes in the A6 Spinnaker. So I've got to cut some little patches out. So, day 11, thought I'd give you a little tour around the boat, just so you can see what life is like on board from day to day. So we're in the tropics, it's quite warm. Just go through into the forepeak, it's quite noisy up here. Lots of bouncing around. You can see the hydrophone down there. It's now in two pieces where I've been trying to fix it and pull it apart. But a bit of rope storage up here, but there's not a lot else up here. I've got the hatch slightly cracked open just to try and get a bit of breeze through here because it's quite warm, as you can imagine, sat down in the tropics. Leave this door open as well, just to try and get some breeze coming through the boat. So there's my bed here, so this goes on the floor when I'm sleeping. And then my sleeping bag and pillow are up here just to try and make it a little bit more comfortable. Now the water maker, you can see where the water maker lives. So if I take a little tour, so here we go. So we go down here into the dungeon that is, I'm not sure if you can make it out in the dark, but this is the filter, and the water maker lives in that hole under there. So that's where I was having to do all my work, trying to repair the water filter. And the filter, the water maker, sorry, the filter lived up on that bulkhead, and the water maker was on the bulkhead at the back as well. So a bit of a palaver trying to deal with all of that. And then obviously there's more plumbing behind the engine bay in here as well. So a lot to do trying to get the water maker running. I've just had lunch, had sausage casserole and my little trusty jet boil, and then all my day-to-day belongings and bits and pieces are here. And then swing round, you've got the Nav Station. I spend quite a bit of time sat on the beanbag down here, checking the weather, checking my nav, watching the odd cheeky movie as well. And all my switch gears up here, my Iridium goes here, which is a brilliant bit of kit. At the moment, all the kit's stacked over this side, just because we're on port tack, so we keep it on the port side. There's a few bits and pieces airing, pairs of socks airing as well. And then we'll pop out on deck, and you can see what it's like out on deck. So here we go on deck in the tropics. There's normally some music playing, but I've turned that off just for the video. You can see we're trucking along pretty steadily. Conditions have been like this for about a week or so now. So port tack has been the same for over a week now, and similar wind speed, similar sea state. It's been up and down a little bit, but at the moment we've got 14 knots of breeze. We're on a broad reach. We've got the full main up. We've got the Spinnaker up as well, if you can see that under there. So every day I just do a quick check around the boat, make sure there's nothing untoward, ease the handle a little bit, put it in a little bit, just so we're not wearing on the same bit of the rope all the time. You've got the hydrogenerator down here. It's up at the moment, so is the windward one, but the hydrogenerator's out the water at the moment because we've got plenty of electricity. I'll probably drop that down this evening, probably about 6 o'clock. Drop that down for a few hours and just charge the batteries back up again. And then my lovely little spray dodger here, wonderful bit of kit. We've got another Spinnaker stacked up on the windward side at the back. We've got one of my code sails stacked up here, and the other code sail you can see is stacked forwards. And there we go. Happy trade wind, so it's what we call champagne sailing, trade wind sailing in the tropics. and it doesn't get much better than this really. And I've got another day or maybe day and a half before I put a jibe in. When I get down to near to Cape Verde, I'll jibe and I'll head more westwards, and then I'll wait for Nick to see what the next routing options are. So keep heading south. He's given me a waypoint off Cape Verde and another one further down at 5 degrees north, so just the north edge of the doldrums really. So we'll that'll be our next big challenge as to how we actually work our way through the doldrums. So I think that's it, a little tour around the boat so you can see what life's like on board. And this is sort of my day-to-day office really. This is where I live. This is where I spend all my time. A lot of time I spend down below decks, especially this time of day because it's quite warm out here. It's 25, 26 degrees down below, so it's even hotter out here in the sun. So I'll probably dive back down below now and have some more drink, a bit of juice, and check an email, see if an email's coming. I've got to give Paula a ring as well in a minute. So that's it for now.